Hello there, it's UK Unboxings 22 and to predict Six Nations prediction today for the weekend, round 4. I wanted to do something like this. I'm a passionate rugby fan. On my other channel I had it before, real passionate about rugby. My favourite sport, to be honest. I went to see one of the World Cup games, Scotland versus South Africa. And then I go and see the Falcons as well, Newcastle Falcons. So I enjoy my rugby. I enjoy watching it on telly. And I've been watching the Six Nations. So it's the predictions of round 4 this weekend. Kicking off with Ireland versus Italy. I think Ireland will have too much for Italy. Italy, average, I think, as a rugby union side. Apart from Parise, if you watch rugby, you'll know he's a class number 8 back row, whatever you want to call it, and he's the only one what will stand up for them today to tomorrow, I think. Otherwise, I can't think of many players for them. Josh Furnall plays for Falcons, but he's injured, so he's out. They haven't got a great kicker. I don't think they've still not replaced, can't remember his name from a long while ago. So I think Ireland will win by a lot. They've got Zebo and Payne in, I think, in the midfield and the wing. Zebo wing and Payne on the midfield, I believe. And I think they'll just have too much. I think they'll win by a lot. The pack too good. And then they've got a good bench. Healy's on the bench for Ireland and stuff. So I think it's hard to give a accurate prediction for rugby, but I'm thinking 30 points to 10, maybe something like that. I think they'll win well. Ireland at home. They need to start winning. The next one is the big one. It's England against Wales. Now this is the biggest of the weekend, like I said. It's a hard one, this. Both going for the championship, I think. I think one of these will win it. France, so we'll come on to them. I don't think they'll have enough to win. I think they're average as well, really. So England against Wales. It's a hard one. I think them all comes down, I think, to the who wins the scrum. I think the centres for Wales are big. I think they could make the difference. Jamie Roberts and I think it's Jonathan Davis. Yeah. I think they could make a big impact. They've got a good pack, got good second rows like Alan Wynne-Jones, one of the best going. Back rows, Dan Lydiate, Sam Warburton, Toby Faletau, people like that. Got one of the best back rows in the world, I think, of rugby. I would say England. They've obviously got a new coach in Eddie Jones. They've been going well, but this is the hardest test for them. I want them to win. I'm English, but I think the big thing for them is they've got a good bench, England. So they can wear them down. They've got Danny Kerr on the bench. Tuolangi's back. He could make a big difference with Roberts in the Wales midfield. He's nearly 18 stone of a centre, 6'4", 18 stone centre. So it's nice having Tuolangi back in, even if it is on the bench. They've got good starters as well. England. They've got Atoje and Cruz. I think in the second row could be a big difference. I think the lack's still at the breakdown. England. God only knows what Kovacic, if you do follow rugby, Kovacic has to do to get into the England squad. In my opinion, this is exactly what they need. But I don't know, they haven't picked him, so. And they've got Laundry on the bench as well, England, so that could make a big difference as well. Daly's on the bench for them. Clifford, I like. It's going to be a hard one. I think England have to control the game well. Good in the scrum. If they can be good in the scrum, that gives the platform because they've got some exciting backs. England, Watson, Noel, Joseph. They could win. I think at home, crowd behind them. I'm going with England just, but it's the big match. I think it'll decide the championship. Next one, Scotland, France. Depends what Scotland team turn up, and it depends what France team turn up. I'm not a big fan of France. I don't think they're that good. A lot of changing with them. I never know who's going to be in and out, really. Don't think anybody does, even them probably don't. Duke might be in. I don't know if is it Plissier, whatever you call, ever who he's called, might be in. I don't know. I think it could go either way. France have got a big pack as usual. You see with the French packs, they're big. Otherwise, you look at Scotland. Did well in the World Cup. Got to the semis. Could have got to the final really. It's a hard one. It's a hard one because you never know what to turn up. You never know what a France team's going to turn up or Scotland. I think Scotland have got a good second rows with Johnny Gray and Richie Gray, big men. Richie Gray around 6'10". Johnny Gray, his brother actually 6'6". So they've got a good variety there. And they've got Alex Dunbar coming back in the centres, I believe. He's a good. I've always rated him. I think game management will be too much for France. I think Scotland have got Laidlaw, got Rossford. I think a hooker. He's one of the most capped hookers, I believe, in the world. You never know really with France. It's hard really. They've got some exciting players in there, but I think Scotland will have too much for them at home as well. Again, crowd behind them. I think they'll topple France. I do. So that's what I think. The predictions. I think Ireland, England, and Scotland will win this weekend. Who knows though? You what do you agree, or what's your predictions on this exciting weekend? Really, it's the last weekend, I believe. Next weekend, I believe it's France, England, so that'd be interesting, especially at home. France, you never know at home. So that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I do more. I'm hoping to do more rugby videos and stuff. It's really what I'm passionate about. I'm a passionate rugby fan. I enjoy my fitness as well. I enjoy doing weight training and stuff. So somewhere on them lines. But I've always wanted to do something to do with rugby. So we might get a few more of these. We'll do it next weekend as well. So what do you think? What predictions for this weekend? Do you think England will beat Wales, or do you think Wales will get the better of England and give Eddie Jones his first loss as England coach? And Ireland, do you think they'll beat Italy? I think probably will. And France, Scotland, Scotland, France, whatever. You never know what it'll go at Murrayfield. I believe it is Murrayfield. Yeah. So don't forget to subscribe, rate, comment, whatever. And I see you soon. Hope you enjoy.